Your Prius maybe makes you 125 horse. We're at like 1,300, 1,400 horse.
Wow.
All I am is just an ordinary guy with an extraordinary job.
It runs off of an orbital motor, so it's all hydraulic.
Oops. There, it's not like above the dashboard. Here, let me bring you up. No cup holder here.
I think this is weekend number 6 or 7 for us, and I've been upside down 5 times.
It's a big goofball. They were all over in the prison.
I've always been what we like to call a gearhead, you know, so, you know, if I've been into motorsports, whether it be, you know, fast cars or just regular 4-wheel drive trucks, dirt bikes, I mean, you name it, I've probably done it. But Tom Mintz, the guy that owned the truck, you know, I started 13 years ago. Wow. And he owned the trucks, and he was like, you know, I went out there after my regular job, just started working on them in the evenings and just welding and tinkering around. And one day he asked me if I wanted a job, and, you know, big trucks and jumping cars. I mean, how do you turn that down?
It must be probably a dream job of a lot of folks.
It is. I mean, it's a really good time, you know, and I love doing it. But it's, you know, I've been a show off since I've been, you know, this big, you know. And who else gets to go out and show off in front of, you know, 40, 50, 70, 80,000 fans all at one time, you know? I mean, it is a dream job.
I've heard some people say that you're one of the most exciting drivers, or one of the most exciting drivers out here. What do you think causes that excitement? I mean, obviously the big trucks, but you're doing quite a number of stunts, right?
Yeah, I think it's kind of the difference of, you know, I mean, I go out there and, you know, they build a ramp that faces this way, you know, so I go out there and I hit it this way. You know, just different angles and just different stuff that everybody else hasn't done yet, and doing it just a little bit bigger than the guy in front of you, you know?
Is this your truck? Is this the one that you always drive in?
Yes, this one is. Actually, this is a brand new piece for me this year.
Okay.
I got it in January. I mean, same body that I've been driving for years, but, you know, it's an all new chassis.
Yes.
Little bit of changes, so it's a little bit different, but still got my coil spring set up, you know, so it's got 2 shocks and one's got a coil spring on it, which I prefer, you know, and I've driven other trucks that got sway bars and no coil springs, and I feel myself that I can't drive them as well as I do this truck, because it's, you know, it's what you drive every weekend, so it's what you get used to.
Okay, compared to my, for example, Toyota Prius, how is this car different?
What's
the gas mileage on it?
it's gallons to the mile, actually, but your Prius maybe makes you 125 horse. We're at like 1,300, 1,400 horse.
Wow, okay.
60,
the wheels are a little bigger, I noticed.
Yeah, 66 inches tall, 43 inches wide on a 25-inch rim. It has 4-wheel steering, which is unique to almost any motorsport. You know, you turn the front wheels with this regular steering wheel, and then we got some trucks have a toggle switch, and then we have a paddle shifter that runs the rear steering, which turns the back ones, which is it's the same axle front and back. We just turn it around and put it in the back. So
it gives you maneuverability. So when you're backing up, you have a lot more flexibility than
you can use the rear steer. Like, I mean, you see people that go out and say they have an electrical problem, because the rear steer is actually electric over hydraulic, which means it's got an electric motor that spins a hydraulic pump that turns the rear wheels. You know, they'll have an electric problem and the rear steer will quit working. And you'll see them drive around, and it takes a 40-acre field to turn one of these around if you don't have the rear steer.
The design of this is pretty unique in the sense there's some teeth going on, and it just
one gold tooth.
Yeah, who came up with this design? Like,
I actually don't know who came up with the design, but it is pretty cool.
It is pretty mean looking.
Yeah.
So what do you enjoy most about driving these large trucks?
I have to say it's the interaction with all the kids, all the fans, you know, just the look on their faces. You know, they look at you like a superhero, and All I am is just an ordinary guy with an extraordinary job.
So I feel like a chihuahua trying to get up on a, couch or something.
Some trucks have doors.
Okay.
But there's still a lot of climbing. Get this ball.
Okay. Oh, I can. Let's see if I can do it.
Might be slick.
Okay, hold on a second. Oops. Oops. There we go. There we go. See, I trained for this job. Dashboard here, let me bring you up. Here we see that this is definitely not your normal dashboard. No cup holder here. This is
No.
completely stripped down to the pure essence of driving a power truck. And you can see that these windows here are the ones that you're most likely going to have to look through. So not a lot of visibility. So you really have to be quick in terms of seeing certain things and trying to.
You got to pick it up way out in front of the truck,
Yes.
and then you kind of see it through the windshield when it's way out in front of the truck, and then you pick it back up through the firewall.
Yeah.
That's why it's clear, over the top of the tire, and then you drive from there. This arrow
Yes. What does that mean?
tells me which end of the truck is supposed to be up.
Oh, really? Because sometimes you don't know?
No, I know all the time, but that's a running joke that we got because I think this is weekend number 6 or 7 for us, and I've been upside down 5 times.
Wow.
So
So you roll this thing. This is like,
yeah, it was
and this is
upside
why you
down.
have all these crossbars and stuff, right?
Absolutely, yep. I feel safer in here than I do anywhere else. In my normal car driving down the road, I actually feel safer in here than I do.
If you have a California earthquake, you want to be here.
Yes.
Twice, I think.
I don't know. Neil's
But I
ahead of
actually
you. He's
rolled.
done it 5, he says.
Yeah,
So
I
you
think,
gotta work on it.
I think Craig Christensen has the record of, I believe it was like 22 rollovers in the first 3 months.
Okay, where's
Or you
the-
can turn around and put your foot back in there. Right there's one.
Okay. There we go.
And there you go, like a professional.
Neil, thank you so much for showing me around and showing me your monster truck.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.